some people are more difficult to kill than others. My superstitious old mother would say they are the 9 lives of cats.
Dr. Jonathan Chase. Wealthy, young, handsome. A man with the brightest of futures. A man with the darkest of pasts. From Africa's deepest recesses to the rarefied peaks of Tibet. Heir to his father's legacy and the world's darkest mysteries.
My son, you must have faith and learn. This is not the end. This is the beginning.
Jonathan Chase, master of the secrets that divide man from animal. Animal from man. Partnered with a young police detective and a former army corporal from the fields of Vietnam. A trio that stands against the crime that breeds in the concrete jungles and stretches its deadly tentacles to the fascinating but dangerous world beyond. The world of Manimal.
My enemies remind me why I never became a cop.
You believe, after reading those police books, this is supposed to be exciting stuff.
Yeah, well, you better be right. If the big guy ain't in there, I'm going to personally see you do 2 life sentences.
Hey, Rivera, I'm telling you, I'm sure he's in there. This is where they make the payoff.
It'd help if you could give us a name.
Oh, come on. In my business, you don't ask for ID. I'll point him out to you. I swear.
I sure hope he is who you say he is. Number 1 man behind the smuggling in the Eastern Seaboard. I've heard he's responsible for at least a dozen deaths.
Look, sweetheart, this is the 3rd waltz for me. You know what that means? Life inside. Ain't nobody scarier than that.
The door's opening.
Wait till I say go. I want him out in the open.
That's him, the blonde in front.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Go. Clean? You're the big guy, huh?
Why, how flattering. May I go now? I have a reservation at the Club 21.
Don't get cute. I got a guy sitting in that car over there, handing me your head on a silver platter.
You treat all visitors to your country this way?
We treat all people who are into killing and smuggling alike. It's called democracy.
Ah, democracy.
I can't tell you what a warm sensation it gives me right here to have a witness against a creep like you.
Cuff him and book him.
I'm sorry you can do that.
Ha! Cute little guy, isn't he?
Read the license plate, Lieutenant. You'll understand the message I'm trying to convey to you.
This is a bad drink.
What's he talking about?
The car has diplomatic plates. Let's just hope that they are stolen. I'm afraid not. You see, I happen to be the information officer of the Bulgarian embassy. The
and as such, I'm entitled to full diplomatic immunity.
Well, Mr. Zoltan Gregory, you can bet your last mark, or whatever it is you use in that country, that I'm personally going to see my friends in immigration boot your butt so high, you're going to need a heat shield to come back down.
Well, as I say, Lieutenant, take your best shot. Good night.
We had him. We had the goods on him, and we had to let him go. I hate it.
He's going to have to scramble to make back the money he just lost.
If you'll excuse me, I think I'll follow his next move.
How can he follow that limo without a car?
JC's really good at commandeering different types of transportation.
Hello, Brooke. No, JC's still not back. I thought maybe he got lucky with you. It's early in the morning for humor. Yeah. No, don't worry. He's probably out on the town. Yeah, I'll let you know the minute he lands.
Take it easy, Cynthia. You're going to have a great time here. Hey, Tony. Look, I'll meet you right ahead of the truck.
Okay, Mr. Ross.
Okay? Relax, baby. I'll have you settled in a minute.
Mr. Harris, I hope you enjoyed your tour.
Put that money away. I told you I'm not doing it anymore.
We'll call this one for the road.
Yeah? Forget it. Get out of here.
But this is the big one. This is when you get rich.
Look, I brought a few things in. I made a little money. I even had some fun, but it's over.
That's too bad. Because I need your help.
Smoggling's such a lonely profession.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could talk your partner to take your place, and then again, he's so honest, he'd probably tell us.
Okay, you win, Gregory.
See you at the theater tonight.
About our friend, Mr. Harris. I think we'll have to kill him earlier than planned. Yes. Yes. Be brave.
Ah, Mr. Harris. Jonathan Chase, Special Police Task Force.
Sorry, I don't think I understand.
Concerning your conversation with Mr. Gregory, it sounds to me as though you're in the middle of your head.
Look, I don't know how you could have overheard any conversation.
Trust me, we have very sophisticated methods of surveillance these days. The important thing is, you seem to be in a lot of trouble, and I want to help.
Sorry, I think you're mistaken.
Mr. Harris, if you walk away from this offer, you could be making a very fatal mistake. It's not you I'm after, but Mr. Zoltan Gregory. Anyone doing business with Mr. Gregory these days is likely to find himself out of business. I intend to stop him, but I do need your help.
Gregory's above the law. People who go against that guy get hurt. He's already threatened me.
That's precisely why you need my help. You've just tried to say no.
Well, he's got me in a corner.
And I intend to get you out of it if it's not already too late. Now, when do you expect to see Mr. Gregory again?
Probably at the theater tonight.
Oh, excellent. I love animals, and I understand that you have quite a show.
He should find out you're there.
Oh, but I insist that he does. That is the whole idea. You see, I intend to make Mr. Gregory's life as miserable as possible.
Animal.
They're great, aren't they?
Oh, my actually great, sweetheart.
Illusions. You see it? You don't see it. The question is, do you see what you see? Or do you see what we want you to see? Is it the lady or the tiger?
Hello, Tipsy.
How do they do that?
Budget.
That's what I thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our next illusion, we will need 2 volunteers from the audience. We had 2 earlier, but they disappeared.
Naughty Tipsy. I see we have a couple of friends right here. Could you kindly assist us? I should warn the audience that this gentleman is Mr. Jonathan Chase, a special consultant with the New York City Police Department. And the beautiful lady with him is Brooke McKenzie, an officer with the Special Task Force of the New York City Police Department. So, if you're considering committing any crime tonight, please wait until after we've made them disappear. Dr. Chase?
If you will, please, just hop right up here.
I think I let my friends talk me into.
Keep your ankles stiff.
Okay.
Jonathan, if you'll step this way, please. Would you please put this blade, this very sharp blade, right in there?
Don't worry. It only hurts for the first few moments. I imagine this one goes in here.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, it appears to have stuck.
Stuck? Perhaps I can help.
You wiggle your toes.
Yes.
Then we have it. Jonathan, I hope you've been watching closely.
Yes, I have.
Well, that's good, because, you see, we have to leave right now, so have fun trying to put her back together again.
I've done that.
Where's it go?
I don't know. Here goes. Ladies and gentlemen, it seems as though it's left for me to see what I can do to help here. I've heard of falling head over heels, but this is ridiculous.
Not funny, Jonathan.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you had to save half a cup, which half would you save?
Come on, girls, let's move it.
Yes, Mr. Manning.
Come on. Come. Come out. Tipsy, out. Out. Come on. Hey, out.
Told you never to hit that cat.
Lighten up, my friend. Lighten up. You're through. Get up.
Harris, come help with the change. Who's smoking backstage? You know Tipsy doesn't like smoke.
Easy. What's the matter with you tonight?
And since when were you the police for volunteers, huh?
I needed to make a point. That's okay, Sheriff. We're going on in a minute.
And one more time, then, ladies and gentlemen, those who would wish me to save this half, and those of you who would wish me to save this half.
I'm ready with my hypodermic needle. Demon, I'm in the wrong illusion. Have patience, my dear. I have many patients. I'm a doctor, you see. Tipsy, you must find the nurse quick with some glue. You will be all right, my child. Spin that cage, boys. Harris. Harris.
He's dead.
Stop.
Jonathan!
What do you mean the cat killed him? How could the cat... Oh, a big cat. All right. Seal the place off.
So Ross and Williams were there. And Tipsy was moved from that cage over to this cage by Harris.
I love him. I can't still believe that this is real. I mean, it's like one of our illusions, Chase.
Ross walked over to the velvet area and brought this cage here. Mr. Bohr was over there, Mr. Williams here, and Mr. Gregory was...
Okay. Officer McKenzie, you were where again?
I was over here.
Is that the top half?
Yes, sir, the top half.
And the bottom half was...
Was over here. But I couldn't see too well because...
Okay, so the cage and the cat disappear, the cage comes back, and Harris is inside the cage dead.
Killed with one swipe of a cat's paw across the jugular.
Yeah, but you don't understand. I mean, Tipsy wouldn't hurt anyone. But look at her. She's a big baby.
Please, let's come away, just in case.
I deeply regret to intrude such personal tragedy, but if there are no further questions...
McKenzie?
I got his statement. He just won't tell me what he was doing backstage.
It's a matter of the heart.
You've got no heart, remember?
In that case, I refuse to answer any further questions. On the grounds of diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity. You've hidden behind that before, haven't you? Good night, pal.
Good night.
Lieutenant Rivera?
Yeah.
Animal regulation? You have a cat to destroy?
No, please. You can't.
Look, I know how you feel about it, but
The law says...
Chase.
Lieutenant. Excuse me. You must appreciate, Lieutenant, that Tipsy is protected by the laws of the state as Ross's private property, and even as an animal may be entitled to a certain amount of due process.
What kind of due process does an animal get?
All I'm asking is a little time to find out what happened and why.
Okay. 24 hours isn't going to kill anybody. I hope.
Thank you. Every dog will get his day in court, maybe even able to prove her innocent. I suppose little time is better than none.
Chase, you've got to do everything in your power to save her.
Everything in my power. I promise.
I did my share, and I want my money. Now, part of that shipment is mine.
Mean it.
You got till tomorrow, and then I'm going to blow the whistle on you.
I mean it, Mr. Manning.
Mr. Chase. Miss McKenzie. What a coincidence to see you again so soon.
Hardly a coincidence.
So perceptive. Yes, I was waiting for you. May I walk with you? My car in the same direction.
Would it matter if we said no?
Of course not. But I am saddened that you share your lieutenant's dislike for me, huh?
Dislike is too mild a word. I detest you.
Different cultures, different values. Professor, I'd like to offer you some employment. There's a great deal of money involved.
Thank you, but I already have a great deal of money.
It's rare to meet a man who has enough, huh?
Brooke,
Yes, it's a pity, Professor. I was hoping to divert you to more lucrative projects. However, I did suspect you would refuse me. So much rejection one afternoon. Say hello to Mr. Rivera for me, will you?
Well, it does amuse you to throw our laws back in our face, doesn't it?
Frankly, yes.
But it will end. And that's a promise from me to you.
Don't make promises you cannot keep.
I don't.
Where's a mugger when you need one, huh?
I'm sure, Miss Mackenzie.
I would give up 2 sale days at Bloomingdale's to put him away. Jonathan, your tires are gone.
Just not our days.
Hey, taxi!
Oh, well, there's no point keeping Ty waiting. We'll call the order club from the restaurant. 4 Seasons, please.
Another thing that bothers me is the tigers normally kill with their rear legs by disemboweling.
Jonathan, we are going to dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry. But it does appear that Harris was killed by a single blow of a cat's forepaw. I also can't believe that Tipsy would have struck him in the first place, any more than I can believe that Harris would have allowed himself to be caught off guard by one of his own cats.
You mind if I stop and get a pack of smokes?
No, go ahead.
What's wrong?
The driver. He's gone.
Gone where?
Block.
No, this really has to be hard, eh?
Strike. Come on. Strike. Come on, Tipsy. Strike. Come on. Strike.
Jonathan.
I was right. Harris had to be standing in front of Tipsy with his neck extended when the cat struck.
Very good. But what does it prove?
She couldn't have struck him from inside the cage. I'm sure of it. What about you?
Oh, one scared cab driver who let a stranger borrow his taxi for the staggering sum of $100.
Ty. What about my tires?
Well, I checked the streets, man. And I mean the streets. Little streets, big streets, side streets, streets where most people think there are no streets.
Ty, let's get off the streets and back to the tires.
There are no Ferrari tires for sale on the streets.
I thought so.
Nobody steals tires if they don't want to sell them.
Unless somebody wants to get some people into a taxi that's got a bomb inside.
Pretty nice setup. Worst part of it is, my man, I had to buy tires retail. People catch me buying tires retail is going to ruin my reputation.
So, Harris's death clearly wasn't accidental.
It was murder.
Manimal.
Excuse me, Mr. Manning.
Miss Mackenzie. We'll finish this later. Please, come in. What a surprise. I love you liberated women of the 80s. You come to us, you make life so much easier.
Mr. Manning.
Please, say no more, my dear. No beautiful woman enters this office without getting a gift. Take one. It's yours forever.
Are they real?
Of course not. Well, some are real, some are not. That's what life is all about.
I'm afraid this isn't a social call, Mr. Manning.
Well, it's police business? Well, honey, force liquor down my throat. I'll tell you anything.
Let's try it without the drinks, okay?
Chemical-free love. Sounds interesting.
Mr. Manning, I've discovered what I consider to be some interesting facts.
You've interviewed some women in my past, found me to be fascinating, and couldn't wait to get over here.
I've found your bank accounts even more fascinating. Especially those in upstate New York, where you've made some sizable deposits within 2 weeks after every Harrison Ross show returned from abroad.
Coincidence. You know, you really are very lovely.
It's just a matter of time before we tie you in with Harris. And Gregory.
You're a fishing angel. It's not possible.
I hope so. For your sake. Gregory has diplomatic immunity. You don't. You won't like serving time in prison, Mr. Manning. The wine list is very small. I'd sell those if I were you. Get myself a lawyer. A real one. Thank you.
Man, you are so predictable.
Zoltan Gregory.
Cops were just in here, putting the heat on me.
It's time to tidy up loose ends. Get rid of Williams.
Yeah, William here. What do you want?
Listen, there's been a change in plans.
Now, this time we're going to pay you before the whole shipment is sold.
Yeah, why?
Never mind why, just be there.
Now you're getting smart.
Benton Trucking, 4th trailer, about a half an hour.
I'm on my way.
What's going on here?
Yeah! Oh, sing it, girl. Yes. Oh, I love it. Yes. Oh, boy, this girl can sing, man. I'd like to let other people listen to it, but it's bootleg. You know what I mean? Oh, get it, woman. Yes.
Awesome, Stefan. Can't find JC anywhere.
Well, we can't wait. Come on, let's go.
Why is it every time you say let's go, I feel like I'm rushing into the jaws of death?
Where are we going?
Benton Trucking Company. Trail number 4 is right over there. Here it is. Might as well.
Smells like they carried animals in here.
Should be a detective.
This is where Manning said he'd meet William. Uh-oh.
What is it?
We are not alone.
It's William, the trainer.
Our friend Trainer William is being taken care of, even as we speak.
Good. That's the last link between us.
Mr. Gregory, this phone call for you.
Yes. Of course I'm at scramble. Are you sure it's them? All right, get the truck out of there immediately. And stay with the plan. Kill them. Kill them both.
Dump them in the harbor along with Williams. It seems you offered more information than necessary. Officer McKenzie and friends showed up at the truck yard. They locked in number 4 with Williams' body.
I heard, but I don't like killing a policewoman.
It's necessary. Now go back to the office. Wait for Thomas' call that everything has been taken care of. Then let me know. It'll all be over in a while.
I got him! I told you I could.
That sure beats catching fish, son. But what do we do with them?
Call the zoo. I bet they'd love to have a hawk like this.
They're on their way, son. Well, what's wrong?
He just kind of collapsed. I didn't mean to hurt him. Honest.
I'm sorry, son. He looks dead. Looks like he fooled us, son.
I'm glad, Dad. I really am.
Somebody! Hey!
Feels like we're picking up speed.
Thanks for cheering me up.
Did you think Felix mentioned something about a shipment?
Yeah.
And it all ties together. Felix and Williams were working together snugly as I was from abroad.
You sure picked a fine time to break the case. Next person we pass that information on to is going to be wearing a halo or holding a pitchfork.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out the best place to stand if we pass. You know, like if you're in a fallen elevator and you jump like this just before it hits, will you be killed?
Absolutely.
That's not the answer I want.
Waterproof.
Brown, you worry about John Cameron Swayze. Jump, girl, jump.
Yeah, you were right. There were large cash deposits made into a secret account of Gregory's. The same days they were made into Felixes.
So, they are smuggling together.
Right.
What's wrong?
She scratched me. She didn't mean to.
She's doing much better today. Take her. Come on.
Look, I don't know if I'm interrupting your love life or your animal life, but could you hold off there until after we break this case?
Whatever you say, Miss Mackenzie. You realize, of course, that there's only one reason why anyone would kill Harris.
They were using the show.
Well, it is certainly a great place to hide things.
Yeah. And if they haven't sold whatever it is they were trying to smuggle yet, then it's still got to be in their magic boxes or the transport cages or somewhere.
I'll see you at the theater.
Oh, no, Jonathan, the theater's shut down. And all the cages and magic equipment's been moved to their warehouse on South Columbus.
Where's Tipsy?
The animal shelter. Look, don't worry. I convinced Rivera to wait until we check out the warehouse.
How did you do that?
Magic?
Touche.
I'll see you there.
Thanks, Ty. I have to run. Yeah. We'll call you if we find anything. Oh, and try and make Simba take his medicine before you try the Ziegman pattern.
Simba, you better take your medicine, or you're going to be in big trouble. Please? Off we get it.
Patient professional would have waited for me outside.
Impatient professionals discover things. Come here. I want to show you something. These cages have false bottoms. Here, help me with this. Furs must be worth millions.
Yes, highly illegal millions.
Oh.
Brooke.
What?
Look. Strike. This was how they did it. I now know how, and I also know who. Let's call Rivera.
Company.
Get me the lieutenant, please. There.
Manimal. Manimal.
Why is it, Professor, that some people are more difficult to kill than others? My superstitious old mother would say they had the 9 lives of a cat.
We're on, Mr. Gregory. Any shot's going to bring the police or the security guards?
Ah, my dear Miss Mackenzie. It was the security cop who called me after you showed him your beautiful gold badge.
And as they work for me, I doubt the police will hear anything until long after it's over.
Actually, the murder was very clever.
Don't tell me you know how we did it.
Well, we had to look for a man who was greedy, knew illusion, wasn't afraid of Tipsy, and wanted to kill Harris. I'm afraid, Felix, that just left you.
That was the easy part. But how I did it, you'll never find out.
Sorry, Felix. Once we had that claw, it wasn't so tough. It was a great piece of evidence. Your fingerprints are probably all over it.
Nobody will ever see it.
Hurry up, Jonathan. Hurry up.
What was that?
Reinforcements.
Willie, is that you? What's going on?
I got you.
I hope you don't have any plans for dinner tonight.
No, don't. Come on, you guys. No, don't. Please. Please, call him off.
Show him your passport, Mr. Gregory. I'm sure he'd find it fascinating to learn about diplomatic immunity. Okay, you guys.
No, please, wait.
You're not going to leave me here.
I've got no choice. You see, I can't arrest you, so I've got to leave you here.
That's blackmail.
You know a lot more about that than I would.
Wait. I want to waive my diplomatic immunity status. Throw myself on the mercy of the sovereign state of New York.
Mr. Gregory, it would be my pleasure to read you your rights. It'd be his pleasure, too.
Manimal.
Thank you. Tonight I am dedicating this performance to three very good friends of mine, and also of hers. I would like to introduce Tyrone C. Earl, Officer Brooke McKenzie, and Professor Jonathan Chase, the best defense lawyer any cat ever had. We'll say thank you, Tootsie.
You're welcome, Tootsie.
Tonight, a special illusion. For the first time, I am going to attempt to cut a beautiful woman into 8 equal pieces. It's dangerous, but my friend J.C. has assured me that Miss Mackenzie will volunteer. So if you will... Miss Mackenzie. Miss Mackenzie.